Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you this 2021 Hyundai Elantra. This one is the SE trim. There's a good amount of trims you could choose from. There's the SE, SEL, the Limited, and the N-Line. And with the SEL you could actually choose I think two packages, the convenience package and the premium package. But let me go ahead and show you all the features this SE trim has. Under the hood, they're going to be a 2.0 naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine that is connected to an IVT, basically a CVT transmission, and this engine produces 147 horses and 132 pound-feet of torque. And the fuel economy numbers on this engine: 33 in the city, 43 highway, and 37 combined. Here is a MSRP sticker for this 2021 Elantra. And if you guys are interested in the standard feature this one has, just go ahead and pause the video. And the price on this one is $19,650, but with destination it's $21,000. And I've noticed that the handling and destination charges are actually a little bit expensive right now. I'm not exactly sure because of COVID, but yeah, definitely very expensive for a small car like this one. If you guys are curious about the color is called Phantom Black, and it does look pretty good on this SE trim. This is the base Elantra you could get, and honestly it doesn't look that bad. And you do get a very good amount of features, standard features on this SE trim compared to the Civic and the Corolla. I'll go ahead and show you everything when I go inside. Coming to the front, the grille is going to be finished in flat black, nothing too crazy. And for a base trim, I think it does look good. The Hyundai badge is going to be nice and big. And for the headlights, they're going to be only one LED strip. Basically this is the daytime running light, and the high beam, low beam, turn signal indicators are going to be halogen, which is fine for a base trim. I didn't expect anything to be really here in the front LED, but the daytime running lights are going to be LED, which is good, and they do actually have a really nice design to them. Coming down, they're going to be a functional vent right here on the side, and as I told you guys, the grille is going to be finished in flat black. And I love the fact that the Elantra has really nice, sharp, aggressive lines. The lower part of the bumper is going to be nice and aggressive. And I think Hyundai did a great job with the design of the Elantra. But let's go ahead and move to the side of this Elantra SE, and I'll go and show you how it looks like from the side. Here is a side view of this SE trim, and definitely the rims scream base trim. The size of those frames, they are 195, 65, 15, and those frames don't have any crazy design to them, and this is of course expected from a base trim. The window trims or the window sills are going to be finished in flat black, and this car has a ton of aggressive and sharp lines, but it's definitely very hard to be able to see those sharp lines with this Phantom Black color. And this one does not have a sunroof, which is expected from a base trim. No turn signal indicators. It does have a shark fin antenna. But let's go ahead and move to the back of this SE trim, and I'll go and show you how it looks like from the back. Here is the back of this Elantra SE. The taillights have a nice aggressive look. Everything right here in the back is going to be halogen, which is fine. And on the higher trims, this piece right here in the middle, it's going to be actually functional, so there's going to be a light inside of that middle piece. There's going to be the Hyundai badge. The backup camera is right on top of it, and this is going to be the button to open the trunk. Elantra is going to be right in the back. It does look good. And in the bottom, there are going to be some reflectors. And all the way in the bottom, this is going to be plastic. And this piece right here, right underneath the reflectors, I think Hyundai is trying to make this look like an exhaust tip. It does look right, but I love the fact that the lower part is actually nice and aggressive. Here is a key. Looks right, it has a really nice weight to it, feels nice and solid, and it does have 4 buttons on it: lock, unlock, trunk release, and a panic button. And it does have a normal key, it does not have push to start or smart entry. To open the trunk, there are going to be 2 different ways. There's one on the key, and there is one inside. And I did say that there is a button on the trunk, but this is actually not a button. This is just a plastic piece. But on the higher trims, this is an actual button, so you could open the trunk that way, but not on this SE trim. So let's go ahead and open the trunk. It does open a little bit more than halfway, and then you have to do the rest of the work. And inside, it's actually very nice and deep. And I love the fact that it's nice and wide at the same time, and you could actually drop the seats down. It does not have 60/40, so the whole thing folds down, and there is another handle on the left. But as I said, it does not have 60/40, so the whole thing goes down. And right underneath, there's going to be a spare tire with the jack and the jack tools, and a little bit of storage place around the spare tire. Here is the front door panel. Top portion is going to be finished in plastic. This is going to be finished in plastic as well. Feels very cheap, very empty from the inside. It does have some fake stitching right here on the plastic. The armrest is that synthetic rubber material, so it's a little bit soft, but definitely hard. And in the bottom, this is going to be plastic. There's going to be a small cubby or pocket, and window switches, mirror controls, everything looks alright. Definitely not high quality or anything like that for a $21,000 car. The window switch, the driver window switch, is automatic down but not up, and the door handle actually feels pretty good. There's going to be a tweeter right there. It does have a really nice design to it, and all the way in the bottom, it does have the speaker, and it does have definitely a nice design to it. A bottle holder and a little bit of storage place. And here is the driver's seat. It does have a nice design to it, and it is nice and comfortable. I really like this line in the middle, and it is a manual seat for a $21,000 car. I think that's fine. And let's go ahead and move inside this Elantra, and I'll go and show you how it looks like from the inside. Alright, so here is the interior of this 2021 SE. It does look very good for a base trim. And here is the steering wheel. It's not wrapped in leather. It is finished in that synthetic rubber material, but it does look nice and aggressive and not too thin for a base trim. So it does look very good. It does have that nice textured plastic, good amount of brushed aluminum on it. Hyundai logo is nice and big in the middle, and I really like the brushed aluminum around the Hyundai logo. All the way to the left, they're going to be the voice command, phone controls, and the volume controls. And all the way to the right, they're going to be this button right here will control the 4.2-inch screen in the middle. You could go up and down. There's a good amount of menus and things you could go through. It does have steering assist, which is very good. And by the way, here is the cruise control. It does have the lane keep assist and the braking assist and all the nice safety features. Gauges look very good. They are finished in red, and they look nice and sporty for a base trim. And to the left, they're going to be the headlight controls with the turn signal controls. And to the right, this is the wiper controls. And all the way in the bottom, you will have the brightness control, engine shut off. When you come to a complete stop, the engine will turn off, lane keep assist, and traction control. And I love the fact that there is engine shut off for a base trim. And here is a screen. It's an 8-inch screen that looks very good. And even the higher trims actually do have 8-inch screens, but I think if you go for the limited, you will get the 10.25-inch. But for the SEL trim, and I believe the N line, you will get the 8-inch screen. But this base trim actually has the sides are going to be finished in plastic. The higher trims will have gloss black finish, which looks a little bit better. This definitely looks on the cheaper side. There are going to be some hard binds on the left and right, and it does have a volume knob and a tune knob, and the system overall is nice and responsive, very nice and quick. And actually it does have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto for a base trim. I think this is amazing, and vents look good. They have a nice design to them. And here is the emergency light button. It does actually flash when you activate it, and this is going to be plastic. The climate controls are very easy to use, and the knobs feel nice, and they don't feel cheap for a base trim, so that's good. But they definitely look on the cheaper side, even the plastic around them. And this handle right here A lot of people don't like this handle, and honestly I don't as well. It feels cheap, and I don't think there is a need for one. This is not a 500 horsepower car for Hyundai to put this handle right here in the on this middle console. And they're going to be 2 USBs, 112 volt, and very good amount of storage place right there. And here is the shifter that will control the IVT transmission, and it's a little bit on the bulky side. I really wish it was a tiny bit smaller, but it does have plus and minus. You could control the gears, but there is no paddle shifters. And there's going to be a button to activate the backup camera. So here is the backup camera. It's nice and clear, nice and wide at the same time. And it does have the drive modes right here: normal, sport, and smart. I think in the N-Line it does actually have the drive modes right here. There is a circular button right there for the modes, and there's going to be a handbrake, 2 cup holders, and there is this removable cup. Basically, if you have a smaller cup, you could put it there and it won't shake, it won't move as much. Here is the armrest. It's nice and soft, and it is finished in that synthetic rubber material. And inside there is a good amount of storage place for a small car. And here is the rear view mirror. It does have very nice thin bezels, and there are going to be some halogen lights, which is expected, of course. And here is the visor. It is finished in plastic, which is fine, and it does have a mirror inside, but there is no light. Here is the back door, and the back door has the same design as the front. This is going to be finished in plastic. This is plastic. It is that textured plastic, which is nice. Plastic. Even the armrest here in the back is plastic, so Hyundai did cheap out. And this is plastic all the way in the bottom. 1 bottle holder and a good size cubby slash pocket. And here is the window switch in the back. The door handle feels the same as the front. And for the back seats are actually very nice and spacious, so there's a good amount of leg room and headroom, but there is no armrest here in the back, and there is nothing here in the back as well. So there is no 12 volt USBs, AC vents, or even cup holders on this middle console. So I really wish it had cup holders here in the back, but overall it's nice and spacious, and it's not too bad here in the back. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of this 2021 Hyundai Elantra SE. I would like to thank Faraz and Key Hyundai in Milford, Connecticut for providing me this beautiful 2021 Hyundai Elantra. If you guys are interested and if you guys are around, make sure to come and check them out. I'm going to go ahead and put the information and link in the bottom of this video. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe because it does help a lot. And as always, I'll see you next time.